Assalamu alaikum albis, welcome back to another video. So today's topic, first of all, if you're even watching this video right now, this is your sign. Take this as a sign that don't give up. Do not give up on your du'as. The best way to get a du'a accepted for you possible, which we all know, is what? Tahajjud. It's tahajjud. Tahajjud is literally the trick to everything. If you want something in this dunya, then you pray tahajjud. If you want something in the akhirah, then you pray tahajjud. The night prayer is so important, you guys. Allah is literally listening to you, especially to you. Allah literally invited you to talk to him on this special third, fourth of the night, so you could talk to him, so you could cry to him, so you could tell him about your problems, so you could just get your life together. So the importance of tahajjud is really something that no one can even explain, because it's just so special. Tahajjud is literally a weapon that you could use to literally get every single thing you want. There is so many tahajjud success stories that I have heard and that I have experienced myself. I myself, alhamdulillah. Here's the thing, not everything is gonna happen like this, everything needs patience and sabr, and a lot of people tend to forget that. They tend to pray tahajjud and then they expect the results within the next month or two or even 3 or 4. But the thing is, you don't know about your timeline. You don't know about Allah's plan for you. You don't know when Allah will grant you this. You don't know when Allah will grant you that. So regardless, you just need to be consistent with your du'as, and you need to have sabr and patience. That is the key. If you want your du'a to be accepted, you have sabr and you have patience until your du'a is accepted. You will wake up for tahajjud until your du'a is accepted. Okay? Because I myself, when I was first starting out tahajjud, of course, what did I do? I prayed and I was just like anyone would, I would expect the results right away, right? But that's not the case. Maybe I would say 6 months, 7 months into the thing, I kept constantly making that dua, and it was a couple of du'as. I can't even remember. All I know is alhamdulillah, as of right now, I'm living some of my du'as that I made in tahajjud. Can we agree with that? A year, 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, when I was making that dua, those du'as, at least, because I make a lot of du'as during tahajjud, right? At least 5 or 6 of those du'as are answered. Literally, I'm living my du'as, alhamdulillah. Now, is there more things that I want? Is there more important things that I'm constantly praying for and waking up tahajjud for? Yes, there is literally so much that I want to accomplish that I wake up for tahajjud for. Every single time I wake up for tahajjud. And what do? I have patience, I have sabr, I have this feeling, I have this trust in Allah that one day He will answer my du'as. And that's the other thing. You know what else will get your du'a accepted? Trust in Allah. When I tell you, when you leave every single thing in the hands of Allah, when I tell you, when you leave every single thing in the hands of Allah, you will literally notice the miracles that just come into your life, and you're like, wow, it was really that simple. Yes, and you might say that you trust Allah, but do you really? Do you really? But do you really trust your creator? Do you really, literally full on trust? You could say it from the mouth, I trust Allah, but do you really? Does your heart and your soul say the same thing as your mouth right now? Do you really trust Allah? If that's the case, why are you stressing? Why? What's gonna happen? What's gonna do this? How's this gonna work out? Why are you stressing? You say you trust Allah, so why are you stressing? And once you get to a point where you can full-heartedly say, with my whole heart, with my whole soul, with everything in me, I trust Allah and I leave it in the hands of Allah, wallahi, and I said wallahi, you will see the miracles that happen in your life. And that my friends, that is how to master getting your dua accepted, inshallah, by the will of Allah. And Allah has always better plans for you. So there's literally no reason you should even be stressing. There's no reason. Trust in your du'as. Trust Allah. Wake up for tahajjud. Put in that work. You can't get something and then not put in the work, right? You have to do your part of it. You have to wake up for tahajjud. You have to work for it. You have to pray for it. You have to make dua for it. You have to keep going for that dua. You cannot give up on that dua. You have to full-heartedly believe that that dua that you are making will one day be accepted, inshallah. You have to believe it. You have to trust it. You have to trust with everything in you. Allah will answer this dua for me. I am confident that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer this dua for me. One day. I'm gonna keep putting in my hard work. I'm gonna keep waking up for tahajjud, being on my deen, doing things for the sake of Allah, all those good things, and inshallah, by the will of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your du'as. So if you're watching this video, of course, this is literally your sign, and I'm telling you right now, don't give up on that dua, girl. Don't give up on that dua. Do not, whatever you do, do not give up on that dua. And if you don't give up on that dua, if you are constantly thinking about that dua, if you still have the desire, even after many months that you've prayed for that dua and you still haven't got it, trust me, Allah has put that desire in your heart for a reason. Allah wants to test you. He wants to see if you will keep making that dua or if you will just give up. So you choose. You choose. So why would you give up? For what? There's literally no reason to give up. Allah put in that desire in your heart for a reason. So what reason is there to give up on that dua? I think there was a point in my life where I kept making a certain dua and I kept making it over and over and over, and I somehow just got to a really low point, like where I was just having like a very, very low iman, and my iman was just getting low, and I was having a hard time. Like I was getting really anxious. My anxiety was getting worse. And that one dua, keep in mind, I was making that one dua. I was just keep making that one dua. And it got to like in my brain, I'm like, should I just give up? Like I was tired. I was like, should I just give up? But you know what? My mind and my heart and my soul and with everything in me, it did not let me. It did not let me. Right when that thought came to my mind, I didn't even say it out loud. I was just like saying in my mind, I was like, should I just give up? Right when that thought came to my mind, it was gone. I said, girl, what? I said, no, you're not giving up on that dua. Get up. What do you mean give up on that dua? How dare you think that? How dare you have those kind of thoughts where you are gonna give up on that dua? And that same day when I had that thought and I was like, what is wrong with you? No, that's never gonna happen. You're not giving up. I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I prayed that tahajjud that night, and I said, Ya Allah, please, like, guide me, you know, because I know I'm meant for this. I know that one dua that I'm making will inshallah one day come true for me. So please, Ya Allah, I'm begging you, just give me, like, guide me. If this is the right thing for me, guide my heart towards it. And if it's not, just guide if it's not meant for me, just guide me away from it. And subhanallah, literally the next morning, I had so much motivation. Like, I'm telling you, it was not normal motivation. It was like motivation to, you prayed for this and you're gonna go after it, okay? And you're not gonna give up until you achieve it. Let it take 5 years. Let it freaking take 5 years. I want this. I want it. It's me. I want it. And I want it this badly. Therefore, I'm gonna chase it. I'm gonna get it. And that's when I decided, I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide me if it's for me. And what happened? I got immense amount of like motivation out of nowhere. And I was like, if this is not a bigger sign to just keep making that dua in your heart that you so badly desire. And I know there's sometimes that we're like, should I just, you know, we get tired in life. This is dunya. Dunya gets us drained. Dunya gets us, like, it makes us question, you know? you're gonna question. That's okay. That's okay. You know what you need to keep doing? You need to keep waking up for that tahajjud, and you need to keep making that dua. You're gonna get back on that prayer mat, and you're gonna keep making that dua. Okay, no matter what, you're gonna keep making that dua. Let it be 5 years down the line that this dua gets accepted. You're gonna keep making that dua because Allah put it in your heart for a reason. Allah made that desire strong for a reason. Allah guided you towards there for a reason. He just wants to see if you can work for it and if you can do this the right way. Because this all, you know what it does? The most important thing, it brings you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the point. Because wallahi, without Allah, there is nothing worth in this dunya. If Allah is not pleased with it, it's not even worth it. It's not worth it whatsoever. So if you're watching this video, again, I'm saying it for the 100th time, keep making that dua. And I'm telling you this as someone who has experienced so much tahajjud story successes myself. Like, I literally cannot even imagine it. And I don't really want to like say out what I said exactly and how it got granted, just because I heard that we should keep du'as private, which is why I'm keeping that private. I don't want to, make du'as. I don't want to tell people what I made du'a for and how it got answered. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping that private. However, I'm here to tell you guys. I'm here to tell you guys full-heartedly. I'm here to tell you guys it works. It's worth it. It's worth it. The wait is worth it. You making du'as and waking up for tahajjud is worth it. And down the line, I've grown to love tahajjud so much. Now, I feel like even if I didn't have a dua to make, or I just pray tahajjud merely because I love talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahi, I pray tahajjud merely because I love talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's just something about tahajjud, like the immense amount of peace that I get from tahajjud. I don't think I could ever find anywhere in this world anything like it. I can't even explain it. Like, I really can't. So if you're watching this video, this is your sign to, first of all, pray tahajjud if you're not already doing that. Second of all, keep making that dua. Keep making that dua, and remember, Allah put this desire in your heart for a reason. So don't give up and trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have sabr, have patience. That is why you're watching this video, my friend. So I really hope you take advantage of it. And after this video, I'm hoping this has really inspired you, motivated you to keep making that dua, even if it's the impossible. Remember, you are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are asking the creator of this whole world. You are asking Al-Qadr. You are asking the one who has granted everything. You are asking for the one that can grant the impossible. And your dua, I'm sure, is very much possible. So don't ever think that your dua is not gonna get accepted. Don't you ever come to me with that BS. Don't you ever think that for a second Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not answer your dua. You just need to put in the work. And if it's for you, it will be yours. If it's not for you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has better plans for you. And it's that simple. Khalas. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you so much, LBs, for listening to me once again. I hope you guys click the like button, subscribe, and inshallah I come back with more videos. Bye, LBs.